Hello, fabulous Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of May 2015, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an important month in love it is for you. It's actually the start of an important 2-month cycle. And so a lot of the focus is going to be on you and about you, as I spoke of in the general focused horoscope. So you are going to want to watch that because you can't understand this month without the context of you and your own very powerful and very important personal process that you will be going through this month and into next month as well. But love and partnership certainly is going to be a part of that. And again, next month is going to provide the crescendo, the changes, the beginnings in love and personally as well. But this month is an important part of the process because this month, when it comes to love, you are being really honest with yourself about where you are in love and why you are where you are in love, where it is that it's working for you. Great. But I think a lot of Geminis out there are going to find, to be very honest with you, you're going to find that there have been some limitations, some blocks, and why they have been there is going to become more apparent to you as part of owning your desire to be happy and as part of owning the power that you do have to move your life in a positive direction. So a few different things are happening this month that indicate this, that suggest this, that symbolize these changes you will be going through. One is Mars. Mars will be moving into your sign in the middle of the month. And almost immediately, as Mars moves into your sign, standing across the sky from Saturn in your opposite sign. So that's one thing I'm looking at. Mars in your sign is one thing. Mars opposing Saturn, another thing. And then this happening under sort of the umbrella and right around the same time that Mercury will stand still in your sign and go retrograde. And we have a new moon happening in the sign just before yours, happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with spirit, that has to do with energy, that has to do with energetic release and letting go. It has to do with healthy closures, with karmic closures as well, with understanding where it is that the universe now is asking you to heal and create space so that in the fullness of time, something better can enter. So let's break it down. All of this, very important in the context of love taking place for you, important for you personally as well, but in the context of love as well. So Mars entering your sign is a really big deal. This is an awakening on a level of body. This is remembering that you have a body, that you are embodied. This is desiring physical experiences, so you can use your imagination on that. This is also being aware of where you're frustrated. And this can, given that Mars will be speaking with Saturn, what might end up happening, one of the more immediate ways you become aware of this is by projecting that frustration onto another. And I do think when I look at this, that if you're in a committed bond, if you are with somebody, and you have been sort of sweeping things under the rug, not wanting to acknowledge where you're frustrated about something, it's going to be really hard to continue to do that. I see you feeling limited, and I see you feeling like, can I express this? Should I express this? How should I express this? What's the best way to approach this? But I got to approach this. I got to speak my truth on this matter. And so you are going to have that focus taking place for you. And it doesn't always feel easy. It's not always easy sort of facing yourself, looking at some deep emotions, difficult emotions at that, and facing them with bravery and facing them with a sense of being willing to take ownership where it's not about the other person and it is about you as well. Or it is totally about you, which may be the case if you're not in an established bond, but find yourself frustrated at love, right? The big umbrella of love. But if you find yourself frustrated about where you are in love and why you are there, and why it is that something can't be the way that you want it to be in the context of love, this is you facing yourself, facing your own sense of limitation so that you can break past them, break through them. And this is going to be part of a time that you begin of contemplation, a time of looking within, a time of taking ownership for your happiness, where you want to go. This is also about clearing energy, clearing the way for the type of love that you really want to enter. Now, again, that could be in the context of an established bond, or it might be with somebody new. But this is part of the universe setting the stage for something better and more wonderful to enter the picture. And that might be, again, with the person you're with, might be with somebody brand spanking new. So let's break it down based on your relationship status, all this amazing stuff that is happening for you. I do want to say, though, new moon in the middle of the month. Pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams will give you a clear way, will tell you exactly what those blocks are, why they're there, where you need to take greater ownership, where your work is, so that you can actually move towards the love that you desire. So as I said, those of you in an established bond, if you find yourself getting frustrated, you need to own that. That's first and foremost. If you're getting frustrated at your partner, chances are it's not because of them. It's because you in your own way are not taking ownership for the direction in which you desire to go. So you're going to have to take ownership for that. At the same time, there's going to be a real desire to spend more time with this person, even just like on a physical level, use your imagination. But there's going to be that desire to feel that sense of physical closeness to this person as well. And that actually could end up being a place that is healthy for you as well. And so you're going to want to look at what's happening. What is it that drives you towards this person? If it's all physical that's keeping you with this person, you'll get honest with yourself, which I think is going to be the case for a few Geminis out there. If it is that you want somebody there so that you have somebody there, and it isn't about, well, I want this person with me because I respect this person and I truly care about this person and I see something here that makes me better. If there's any of that disconnect, you're going to be honest with yourself about that as well. Those of you who are getting to know somebody, this is going to be a reality check on your part. So in the middle of the month, you can expect sort of having a moment of truth, a moment of a reality check where you're like, okay, wow, this is who this person actually is. This is what I have attracted into my life based on what I've energetically responded to unconsciously. That is the type of message I see you getting. Now, for some people, this will be great. It'll be like, oh, wow, yay, I didn't know I was ready for that. I expected that. That's so awesome. For others, it's going to be a real wake-up call. And it's going to be like, oh, wow, so this is what I've attracted. This is not good. I think for some of you out there, it is going to be. Now, this is important because this is ultimately a part of a larger lesson that is going to be with you, that you're going to really be stepping into once we get you late this year and Saturn comfortably moves into your opposite sign and stays there for a good long cycle of over 2 years, additionally over 2 years. So we are going to get a little bit of a break of Saturn in your opposite sign coming up this summer, next month in June, when Saturn leaves your opposite sign for a brief period. But I think this is really going to be showing you where your learning is, where your lessons is, and this is going to allow you to understand, okay, this is where my work is, and this is just part of sort of easing that pressure then, which I think ultimately is going to be really good for you as well, so that when you do step into that cycle more fully, you're able to embrace it with greater consciousness, understanding what direction you want to go in and how you're going to move forward. Those of you who are open to meeting somebody new, I think that a lot of this, there's going to be a drive to connect with people. That's what Mars does in your sign. There's an awakening on a level of body. That means that you want to go out there, you want to connect with others, you want to flirt, you want to feel alive, and you want the feeling of life. And that encourages you to be brave. So there is going to be some of that happening. But when you do that, you will be faced with yourself. And that's what tends to happen. And this is good because this is part of that larger lesson as well as Saturn's moving through your opposite sign of recognizing the blocks within you to love. Sometimes those blocks really are what you are energetically responding to. And what I mean by that is a lot of us sort of go on automatic. We like what we like. We're drawn to who we're drawn to. We don't know why, but we have these reactions to people. And then we're surprised when we end up in the same situation again and again. Well, this is going to be your chance to get really honest with yourself about where is that familiarity? Where is it that this connection feels familiar or the emotions feel familiar in some way? And that's why you're continuing to react the way that you are to certain types of people. You know, they say, and I'm going to be honest with you, they say, there's a saying where, you know, you realize that you've been dating the same person but just with a different pair of pants over and over again. And what that means is the same lessons are presenting themselves to you again and again in the context of the same person. And this is going to be your chance to be honest with yourself about, okay, why are you repeating a pattern? So that you can heal that pattern and decide more consciously where it is and what you want in the context of love as well, so that you move yourself in that right direction. What I love about this month for you is that you are waking up. You're waking up in love and in life. You're coming to a deeper realization of who you are and where your true happiness lies. And with that ownership, you will find yourself moving towards love that is more meaningful, more honest, and a love that challenges you in the best possible sense.